Today, we're going to count down the world's 5 deadliest animals. But, spoiler alert, this isn't going to be your typical list, all big teeth and sharp claws. The real story of what makes an animal deadly, well, it's way more surprising than you think.
So let me ask you straight up. When I say deadliest animal on Earth, what's the first thing that pops into your head? A great white shark, maybe? A grizzly bear? A king cobra? Come on, get an answer in your head, lock it in.
Got it? Good, because I'm willing to bet we're about to find out that our whole idea of danger is, well, kind of wrong. Nature's got a much more complex and, frankly, fascinating story to tell. All right, let's dive in.
All right, here we go. It's time for the countdown, from 5 all the way to number 1.
Okay, kicking things off at number 5,
we have a creature that's almost like a ghost, just drifting silently through the water. It's the box jellyfish.
Now, don't let that delicate, see-through look fool you for a second. This thing hangs out in the warm coastal waters of the Pacific and Indian Oceans, and it is armed with one of the most powerful venoms on the entire planet. We're talking a sting that causes just excruciating pain. And yeah, in some rare cases, it can absolutely be fatal.
But hold on. Here's the first big twist of our countdown. What if I told you this transparent hunter could actually hold the key to saving human lives? Kind of wild, right?
The answer is, surprisingly, yes. Scientists are totally fascinated by its venom. It's incredibly complex. They're studying it right now for potential breakthroughs in medicine. I mean, think about that. The very thing that makes it so dangerous might just be its greatest gift to us. That's just wow.
Okay, let's leave the sea behind and head to the riverbanks for number 4. And this is a true ancient predator.
Yeah, we are talking about the saltwater crocodile. This is an apex predator that has basically been the same for millions of years, a living dinosaur.
And when I say big, I mean the scale here is just immense. This is literally the largest reptile on the planet today, a living, breathing relic from the age of dinosaurs, just patrolling the waters of Southeast Asia and northern Australia.
And its power? It's absolute. They are fiercely territorial, incredibly aggressive, and yes, they're responsible for several fatal encounters with people every single year. This is a true force of nature, no question about it.
All right, coming in at number 3. Now, I want you to prepare yourself, because we're about to make a major shift in scale.
You're not going to believe this. It's the mosquito. Yeah, that tiny, buzzing thing that ruins your summer nights. It is, by a massive margin, one of the most effective killers on the planet.
And this is the paradox, right? You have one of the absolute smallest creatures on our list with, by far, the biggest and most devastating impact. We're talking hundreds of thousands of deaths every single year.
See, its deadliness isn't in the bite itself. It's what it carries. Mosquitoes are flying vectors for some of the world's worst diseases. Malaria, dengue, Zika, you name it. They're basically a global public health crisis in a tiny flying package.
Okay, let's move on. Our runner-up at number 2. This is a creature of pure legendary status.
The one, the only, the undisputed king of the savannah, the African lion. Just an icon of raw power and majesty.
I mean, as a true apex predator, the lion is at the absolute top of the food chain. Nothing hunts it. And look, while attacks on humans are actually pretty rare, they are a very powerful reminder of who's really in charge out there in the wild.
But here's the thing. Their job as a hunter isn't just about being dominant, it's essential. By keeping herds in check, lions prevent overgrazing and basically maintain the delicate balance of the entire ecosystem. So they're not just predators. You could almost call them guardians.
And now, here we are. Number 1. The animal with what is, on paper, the deadliest weapon of all. Or is it?
Say hello to the inland taipan, a snake so ridiculously venomous, they also call it the fierce snake.
Okay, let's just be crystal clear about what we're dealing with here. This is, without any doubt, the most venomous snake in the world. To put that in perspective, a single drop of its venom, just one drop, has enough power to kill 100 adult humans. On paper, this thing is lethality perfected.
And yet, here it is. The final and maybe the biggest twist of them all.
Despite having the most toxic venom on Earth, the inland taipan is so incredibly shy, so reclusive, that there has never been a single confirmed human death from its bite. Not one.
You find it out in the remote deserts of Australia, and honestly, it wants absolutely nothing to do with people. It saves all that incredible power for one thing and one thing only: hunting rodents. It's a master pest controller, and it is absolutely vital to its environment.
So, after all that, what's the big takeaway? I think it all comes down to this idea of a dangerous but totally necessary balance.
I mean, let's just run through this crazy list one more time. The jellyfish, whose venom could be used in medicine. The crocodile, a literal living dinosaur. The tiny mosquito, with the biggest deadly impact of all. The lion, a guardian of the entire ecosystem. And the world's most venomous snake. Turns out to be a shy but vital pest controller.
What all these creatures really show us is that in nature, danger and purpose are pretty much always two sides of the same coin. And just understanding their real role, that's got to be the first step to figuring out how to coexist with them.
Which I guess leaves us with one last, really big question to chew on. If the creatures we're hardwired to fear the most are also essential for the health of our planet, well, how does that change things? Not just how we see them, but maybe how we see our own place in the world right alongside them.